And I wanted to share something very exciting with all of you. This is especially got to do with manifesting powers of Shaktis of Sadashiva. Now, I'm sure most of you have already seen videos of people expressing powers of Sadashiva, where Swamiji has initiated us into the third eye awakening. And some of these could be probably blindfold reading that you may have seen, or moving objects, or balance, or having coconuts on your hands, or rolling them off your hands, and many other kind of powers. Now, one of the powers that I like to play with is, in fact, is very practical, and you enjoy doing it too, is being able to speak to people without using words. For example, if I have to speak to you about something, I do not have to use physical words. All I have to do is use my third eye and connect with your third eye, with your being, and you will understand what I want. So let me just share a few instances how these powers came about, especially after Sadashiva in 2016. And I was on my way back to my hometown, and I wanted my bosses to approve some claims of mine, which were a bit more than usual, unusual claims, travel claims. And all I did was, before submitting my claims, I actually went into the third eye of each of the people who were going to approve my claims and told them that I've got this, I'm going to submit this, and please approve them. And after that, I just sent that email to my boss and sent him a WhatsApp message telling him I've sent you a mail and please approve my claims. And after that, there was no follow-up, nothing. And within 3 days, I get a reply saying it's been approved. And I was a bit worried because the amount was huge. And although it was for a valid reason, many a time you may get questions arising like, why such an amount? And why wasn't this considered as a budget earlier on? Or this is unbudgeted, can we not, why do we want to approve now? So you get all kinds of questions, but it just went through. I'll share with you another instance. I was sitting down and I was just telling my friend, another Adinawasi here, and I said, this person is standing. Now we're going to tell her to sit, but we're not going to tell her to sit by words. We're going to stand here and use the third eye and communicate with her to tell her to sit. And within a couple of minutes, she just sat down. And there have been so many instances where I've used this, and it's really a practical day-to-day power that you can use, especially when you're dealing with people, and we deal with people all the time, be it your spouse, be it your employers, be it your kids, or be it anyone. And if, especially if you're speaking to your spouse and you want to break a news to her about something, uh, do not go and approach her straight away or approach him straight away. Just use your third eye initially, communicate with the being upfront that, you know, this is what I like you to do, or this is what I like you to have, or anything. And then when you go and speak to them with words, you see that the receptivity level has gone up, or the resistance has dropped. So it's always good to have a third eye connection, speaking through the third eye, and then if you have to follow up with a verbal communication, you'll find it really helps. You'll just have to use minimum words and you'll see maximum results. I've used this many a time, especially when you have very intense situations or very heated up arguments. Try to avoid verbal communication. Just use your third eye. From the third eye, communicate to the other being what you see as right. And after that, if you speak to that person will understand you and agree with you. So please use this beautiful power with your friends, with your families. Use less words and get the best results. And how are you going to do this? Just come and get initiated by Swamiji in any one of his programs, especially the upcoming Mahasadashiva in March. And look out for any other weekend program. A 2-day weekend program is also coming up. All I suggest is come and get initiated, and you'll be blessed with multiple overpowers that you can use on day-to-day, all just to make your lives easier, more beneficial, more fruitful, and more powerful. So you can do anything with these powers, least effort, maximum results. The best investment for you is to come and experience Swamiji, experience his beautiful powers of Sadashiva at Mahasadashiva in March. With this, Nityanandam, and do look out for the registration link below this video which I'll be posting. And if you have any questions, do post them and we'll come back to you. Blessings and Nityanandam.